Well, we're so blessed and honored to have you on our live, and thank you for doing this. You look gorgeous, obviously.
Hey!
Look at us two. We're a happy married family.
That's so cool.
Quick question: did you see this coming?
Oh no.
I think that I've grown during this period. I've appreciated things. Just even being able to have a bed to sleep on is so important to me. And
I
like to strip it down. I like to strip it down to just, me and my guitar player. And, I like to perform in general. I like performing better than I like for recording in the studio.
Do you feel that there's an energy that comes from an audience?
Yeah, and I think that, all the effects they put in my voice and, it's not, raw. I like to, perform and have it, sound like me.
Do you believe that it's kind of something that just happens in the moment? I mean, that one concert's only going to happen at that one time, and so, hey, if your voice is a little crackly that day, that's just the way it is?
Today I had a cold, and, I was just trying to fight through it, and I'm still, fighting through it, but, some days you're going to have a cold. Some days you're going to have the hiccups in the middle of performing.
Have you had that? Have you had hiccups?
One time I got my throat got really dry. I was trying to perform.
There's someone in my life who I owe a special apology to. I'm talking about someone who I really loved and lost because I screwed it all up. But thankfully, that special someone, the love of my life, is here tonight. I just want that second chance, so you can come on out.
Yo, what's up, Pandora? I'm Benny Blanco.
And I'm Justin Bieber.
And you're listening to our new song, Lonely, right now, which I'm really excited to share with you, so go listen to it.
Yeah, I definitely feel protective of her. I don't want her to lose it. I don't want her to, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Something happened at one of the most exclusive nights in Hollywood, and depending on who you believe, it either never escalated beyond words or turned into one of the most uncomfortable celebrity confrontations of the year. Because at a private Oscar weekend after-party hosted in the orbit of Beyoncé and Jay-Z, two names allegedly found themselves face-to-face in a moment nobody saw coming: Justin Bieber and Usher. And what happened between them is now being called everything from a heated exchange to a full-blown physical altercation. But the strange part? This didn't feel random at all. And once you understand the history between them, the tension suddenly makes a lot more sense. It was Oscar weekend in Los Angeles, one of those rare nights where Hollywood stops feeling like a city and starts feeling like a closed universe. Inside one of the most exclusive after-parties of the entire weekend, tied to Beyoncé and Jay-Z's inner circle, the guest list wasn't just celebrities, it was the elite of the elite. Every corner of the room had a headline name. Actors, musicians, influencers, executives, all packed into one tightly controlled space where every move gets noticed. And in environments like this, reputation matters more than anything. One wrong moment can become a headline before the night is even over. And that's why what allegedly happened next caught everyone off guard. Because across the room, two familiar figures reportedly locked eyes: Usher and Justin Bieber. At first, nobody thought much of it, until Usher allegedly started walking over, and the energy immediately shifted. This wasn't a normal party. This was the kind of event where people whisper instead of speak too loudly, where even celebrities act like they're being recorded, even when they're not. And that night, the guest list reportedly included some of the biggest names in entertainment. People weren't just attending, they were observing each other. So when Usher allegedly approached Bieber, it didn't go unnoticed. Witnesses described the energy shift instantly. The calm atmosphere reportedly turned tense, like something heavy was about to happen. And then came the moment that sparked everything. Usher allegedly initiated a direct conversation with Bieber, but the tone wasn't friendly. It was sharp, heated, emotional, and suddenly, what was supposed to be a celebration of Hollywood's biggest weekend turned into something far more uncomfortable. Because whatever words were exchanged, they weren't soft, they were intense enough that nearby guests started paying attention. And that's when things started splitting into two completely different versions of the story. Here's where things get messy. Some reports claim the exchange escalated far beyond words, suggesting it turned into a physical confrontation. something brief but real enough to raise alarms in the room. Other accounts, including sources connected to Bieber, strongly deny that anything physical happened at all. According to that version, it stayed verbal. Heated, loud, emotional, but never physical. Just a confrontation that reached its peak in front of high-profile witnesses. But here's the detail that keeps people talking. Nobody is denying the confrontation happened. That part seems consistent across every version of the story, only the severity is disputed. And in Hollywood, that usually means something real did occur, just not something everyone agrees on publicly, because if it truly was nothing, it likely wouldn't be a topic at all. But it is. And that's why this moment didn't fade when the night ended. It followed them out the door. Shortly after the alleged confrontation, Bieber reportedly made a very quick exit. No lingering, no socializing, no staying for the rest of the night. He and Hailey Bieber allegedly left immediately. And that detail is what people keep coming back to. Because in Hollywood, how you leave a situation often says more than the situation itself. Meanwhile, Usher reportedly did not publicly address anything that happened. No statements, no clarification, no response, just silence. And in celebrity culture, silence can be just as loud as confirmation, because it leaves space for interpretation, and the internet always fills in the blanks. But to understand why this moment even happened in the first place, you have to go back years, way before that party. Long before the headlines, there was a different relationship between them. Usher wasn't just another industry name in Bieber's world. He was part of the early foundation of Bieber's rise. A mentor figure, a supporter, someone who helped introduce him into the upper levels of the music industry alongside key executives and management figures. And for a long time, that relationship was seen as positive. But over the years, narratives began to shift. Whispers of tension, business disagreements, conflicting perspectives on management and control. And as Bieber grew older, the dynamic reportedly changed. What once looked like mentorship started to feel more complicated. Some insiders have even suggested that financial disagreements and business frustrations quietly strained the relationship long before anything became public. Nothing fully confirmed, but enough smoke that people started paying attention. Because when relationships in the industry break down, it's rarely sudden. It builds over time. And this one apparently did too. Then came a noticeable shift in Bieber's behavior. Justin Bieber began stepping away from parts of his old circle. Not with interviews, not with public explanations, but with actions. Social media changes, quiet distancing, removing connections tied to earlier stages of his career, including industry figures he was once closely linked with. To outsiders, it looked like a reset, a clean break from the past. But to people watching closely, it looked emotional, like someone carefully removing themselves from an environment they no longer trusted. And that's where speculation started growing. Was it personal growth? Was it business-related? Or was it something deeper happening behind the scenes that nobody fully understands yet? No one has a clear answer. And that's exactly why this story refuses to die. Because the timing of everything surrounding it is what keeps pulling people back in. Fans aren't just looking at a single moment anymore, they're looking at a pattern. Decisions, distancing, and quiet shifts in relationships that didn't seem connected at the time, but suddenly feel like they might be. And in hindsight, that's how stories like this always evolve. Not through one clear explanation, but through people trying to connect dots that were never confirmed in the first place. Every old interview gets rewatched. Every past comment gets reinterpreted. Every public interaction gets analyzed like it holds a hidden meaning. Once the story leaked, social media did exactly what it always does. It took a small fragment of information and turned it into a full-scale investigation. Some people saw it as a long overdue breaking point between two powerful figures with a complicated history that had been building for years. In their eyes, this wasn't random at all. It was the result of pressure that had been stacking quietly behind the scenes until it finally spilled over in public. Others completely rejected that idea. They dismissed it as exaggerated gossip, saying the internet was once again turning a normal celebrity disagreement into something far bigger than it actually was. In their view, this was just another example of Hollywood drama being inflated for attention. But the conversation didn't stop there. In fact, that's when it really escalated, because people started digging deeper. pulling up old interviews, revisiting early career moments, and re-examining relationships that once looked stable on the surface. Suddenly, everything became evidence of something bigger. A timeline was being built in real time, piece by piece, whether it made sense or not. And once that happens, a simple story stops being simple. It stops being just about what allegedly happened in one night at one party. It turns into something much larger, a narrative shaped by speculation, memory, and interpretation. A puzzle where everyone believes they have a different version of the truth. But here's the part that never changes. No matter how many theories are built around it, no one outside that room knows exactly what was said. Not fully, not word for word, not in context. And no recording, no official statement, and no verified confirmation has ever been released to settle it. Only fragments have surfaced, partial accounts, conflicting versions, statements that clarify one detail while leaving 5 others unanswered. At the center of it all remains a moment that may never be fully explained. A private Hollywood gathering. High security, high stakes, high pressure. 2 massive names in the entertainment industry standing face to face in a situation that reportedly shifted the entire energy of the room. A confrontation that may have been nothing more than words exchanged in the heat of the moment, or may have escalated further behind closed doors in a way only those present will ever truly understand. And then, just as quickly as it happened, it was gone. No clear resolution, no confirmed outcome, no unified version of events. Only silence afterward. The kind that doesn't answer questions, but instead creates even more of them. And sometimes, in Hollywood, that silence says more than any statement ever could. But the bigger story isn't just what happened that night. It's how quickly the internet turned it into a full narrative. How fast speculation filled the gaps. And how moments like this show the fragile nature of reputation in the entertainment world. Because whether this was a misunderstanding or something deeper bubbling under the surface for years, one thing is certain. This isn't a story people are going to forget anytime soon. And the real question now isn't what happened that night. It's whether this was the moment everything finally started to break into the open.